Hello, you lovely people. So, patch 5.6 will have more surprises than you can imagine. Recently, in 5.6 beta, we get to see so many exciting things, starting from new Archon quest story crumbs to Playable Durin, and even confirmation on a new character we had been teased before. So, in this video, I will give you guys all the details about these characters and details on Ifa's full kit as well. As always, without any poop bar GG, let's get right into the video. First, let's take a look at Ifa's full kit. As I informed you guys before, Ifa is the new 4-star Anemo catalyst user. His normal attack performs up to 3 attacks, dealing Anemo damage. And his charged attack consumes a certain amount of stamina and fires off a shot, dealing AoE Anemo damage. With his plunging attack, Ifa plunges towards the ground from midair, damaging all opponents along the path, and deals AoE Anemo damage upon impact with the ground. At level 9, his normal attacks scales something like this. His first hit deals 91.13% damage. His second hit deals 80.69% damage. His third hit deals 127.09% damage. And his charged attack deals 249.97% damage with the cost of 50 stamina. His plunge attack deals 104.41% damage, where his low plunge deals 208.77% damage, and his high plunge deals 260.76% damage. Now let's take a look at his elemental skill, which is called Airborne Disease Prevention. After using his elemental skill, Ifa gains 80 Night Soul points and enters the Night Sowl's Blessing state. In the Night Sowl's Blessing state, Ifa will hover with Kakuku's help. When he uses normal attacks, he will use different kinds of supporting fire depending on whether you tap or hold. Additionally, holding the elemental skill while Ifa is in Night Sowl's Blessing will cause him to use a Night Sowl-aligned plunging attack. Letting go of the skill button will interrupt this plunging attack to maintain his hover. If Ifa lands due to this plunging attack, his Night Sowl's Blessing state will end. And at level 9, his elemental skill scales something like this. His tonic shot deals 226.71% damage, and his tonic shot heals for 34.27% of his elemental mastery, with an additional 97.91 HP on hit. Ifa has a Night Soul point limit of 80, with a 7.5 second cooldown for his elemental skill. Now, let's take a look at his Elemental Burst, which is called Compound Sedation Field. With his Elemental Burst, Ifa fires a therapeutic sedative at a temporarily aggressive opponent, and the sedative explodes on impact, creating a restraining wind current that pulls nearby objects and opponents while dealing Night Sowl-aligned AoE Anemo damage. When the therapeutic sedative hits an opponent affected by Hydro, Pyro, Cryo, or Electro, it will apply a sedation mark to them, which will explode after a short delay and disappear, dealing AoE damage aligned with the corresponding element. And at level 9, his Elemental Burst scales something like this. His Elemental Burst deals 864.42% damage, and his sedation mark deals 185.23% damage, with the cooldown of 15 seconds at the cost of 60 energy. Now, let's take a look at his passive skills. With his first passive skill, when Ifa is in the Night Sowl's Blessing state, every 1 Night Soul point out of the total in his entire party will grant him 1 Rescue Essentials point. And each Rescue Essentials will increase the swirl and electrocharged damage dealt by all nearby party members. With the second passive skill, when nearby party members trigger Night Soul bursts, Ifa's elemental mastery will increase by 80 for 10 seconds. And with his Night Realm's gift, when the active character on a certain height in the air, Ifa will enter the Night Sowl's Blessing state and gain 32 Night Soul points. In this way, Night Soul transmission can be triggered once every 10 seconds by your own team, as always. Now, as for his last passive skill, while in an area with phlogiston mechanics within Natlan, and when the current active party member or indwelt Saurian has less than 40% HP, Ifa will consume 10 phlogiston and restore HP to them based on 150% of Ifa's elemental mastery. And remember, this effect can trigger once every 10 seconds and does not take effect in domains, trance domains, or the spiral abyss. Now, let's check out his constellations. With his C1, when supporting fire hits an opponent, it will restore 6 energy for Ifa. And this energy restoration can be triggered once every 8 seconds. With his C2, when Ifa is in the Night Cell's blessing state, every night soul point the party has above a total of 60 will grant Ifa 3 additional rescue essentials points. Additionally, Ifa's rescue essentials limit will also increase by 30. But you must first unlock the passive talent Field Medic's Vision. And as always, his C3 and C5 will increase the level of his Elemental Burst and Elemental Skill by 3. As for his C4, the restraining wind current created by the Elemental Burst of Ifa will last for 3 seconds extra. Additionally, he will gain 100 Elemental Mastery for 15 seconds after using his Elemental Burst. With his C6, when Ifa uses the hold version of his supporting fire, there will be a 50% chance that he will fire an additional tonic shot that deals 120% of its original damage. And this damage will be considered as normal attack damage. Additionally, when he is not in combat, Ifa will consume 20% less Night Soul points and phlogiston in his Night Cell's blessing state. So, what do you think about the first tall Anemo boy? Let me know in the comments down below. Now this next part of the video will contain spoilers from the upcoming 5.6 Archon Quest. So if you don't want any spoilers about the upcoming Archon Quest, you can use the timestamp to skip this part. Now, let's talk about Durin, who will play an important part in the upcoming 5.6 patch. So, it has been data mined that the Act 4 Prelude quest for Mondstadt in 5.6 will be about Durin. And we will potentially see him as a playable character as well in the upcoming 6th X patch. For now, we only know he will be using the same short male model, just like Ventui. And as you all may know from my previous video, we will see Mini Durin, Jean, Alice, Albedo, and Barbeloth in the upcoming Archon quest for Mondstadt. But sadly, Alice will be appearing as Dodoko, and Barbeloth will be appearing as Dodoko as well. We will also get to see the new weekly boss for Mondstadt through this Archon quest as well. And it will have 2 forms, starting with this initial chess piece forms, and later on it will transform into its actual form. And this place will be the location for this weekly boss. Now, let's talk about Dahlia. In version 5.6, we will also see the appearance of Dahlia. And we will meet him during one of the quests in version 5.6. It has also been confirmed from the characters' IDs we got recently for the future characters. As you can see here, we have 1 character ID for Escoffier, 1 for Ifa, 1 ID for an unknown character, and at the end, we have a character ID of Dahlia. If you're wondering what kind of weapon he's going to use, we also have information on that from latest 5.6 beta, and it revealed that Dahlia will be using a sword as his weapon. We also have some new information on the new reaction, which is not a new elemental reaction sadly, but an Imaginarium theater buff instead. So this reaction is called Rhymegrass Blessings, and it will trigger when you use Cryo, and then Dendro followed up by Electro. After that, enemies will take both Cryo and Dendro damage, and they will also take 45% increased Cryo and Dendro damage, and a Frost Thorn will appear, dealing Cryo and Dendro damage over time. As for the path 1 of this blessing, it is something like this. After enemies within Frost Thorn take Electro damage, Frost Thorn will convert to Electro damage over time and decrease enemies' Electro resistance. As for Path 2, after enemies within Frost Thorn take Electro damage, Frost Thorn will stop attacking, and enemies will take up to 135% increased Cryo, Dendro, Electro, and physical damage, and it will also increase the character's Elemental Mastery by 300. And that's it. That's everything we have for this video. On our next video, I will cover all the new quality of life updates coming in version 5.6. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you find this video helpful.